Welcome back to another episode of Motion Capital. I'm your host, Jalen Razor, coming back with some heat. You know what I'm saying? I got somebody on the podcast that I've been dying to get on here. Y'all know I suck at introductions, but for him, like, I've known him since 8th grade, like, and he's been nothing but a light in my life. Really a blessing to call him a friend. And he really changes my perspective on a lot of things, and I hope he changes you guys' perspectives today. In this episode, it's my boy Anthony Johnson. I had to shake my boy hand real quick. He's a basketball player at Findlay University, and he does a lot of different technical things around here. We're going to get into it in the podcast, but I'm going to let him talk about himself a little bit more. Like I said, introductions for me is shaky. So go ahead, Ant, take it away.
Yeah, I'm Anthony Johnson. I will be a sophomore next year at the University of Findlay. Had to correct you on that because I know how y'all former Tiffin people be.
Okay. Shots fired already. It's all right though.
But yeah, I graduated from Kettering Fairmont High School in 2022, and yeah, I love the game of basketball. I hoop. I just love being around the game. I help the youth out around the community, and yeah, that's kind of what I do. So
yeah, ball is life for Ant. I don't think you have everything involves basketball with you, man.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
You would think that he'd be better than what he is, but nah, in all seriousness though, definitely somebody that the community can really pull on and try to see how he handles his business. Like he's dedicated to what he does. He's really committed to his craft. You know what I'm saying? And,
okay.
and he's definitely a great person just to have in your life. You feel me? So, but first and foremost, I want to give honor to God, you feel me, who's the head of my life. I'm nothing without him, and he helps me keep this going. He's the reason why I can even do anything like this. And, you know, obviously I know you have a spiritual life and everything like that, and, you know, that's something I want to incorporate more into what I'm branding. So,
yeah, absolutely.
If before I get into anything else, like, what's that like in your life like?
I would say that kind of keeps my head straight because, I mean, I feel like we all have our times and we all have like our thoughts in our head to where we sometimes don't know which way to go, but looking to God, I mean, obviously he's the motto, or Jesus is the motto at the end of the day.
Right.
So we're all trying our best to kind of model what he did. Obviously we can't, because we're human, we can't do that, but that kind of gives all of us a guide, and I feel like that's kind of my way to kind of just keep a straight head, stay straightforward with what I do.
So like what's the importance of having a spiritual life, I would say, or pulling on God and his will when you are an athlete and you got a lot of ups and downs when it comes to injuries, when it comes to like minutes, when it comes to slumps, when it just like, what's the importance of keeping yourself grounded, keeping yourself with a sound mind when it comes to like giving everything to him and just relying and trusting that the process is going?
I would say prayer is probably the biggest thing, honestly. I feel like, because I've had my moments when I'm down, and I feel like that's kind of that's something you can always go back on. I feel like it's prayer. Like, I feel like, because you can always ask God anything, and at the end of the day, he's going to give you an answer sooner or later. It may not be the answer you want,
yes,
but he's going to give you an answer, and then that's kind of when you know what to do from there. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, my decision to go to Findlay, that took prayer to come to.
Right.
Took prayer one night. I was kind of in a I just didn't really know what to do, and prayed one night, gave me the answer. And I'm not gonna lie, I definitely hesitated on the answer, but I feel like I kept praying on it, and eventually, the more I kept praying on, it, the clearer it got. So that's kind of a good example, I can say.
I think like it's just anything in life, like you might not always have the answer that you want. You might not get dealt the cards that you desire to get dealt.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, like if you roll with the punches, like at the end of the day, things is gonna shake for you. Whatever is supposed to show his head will, and you feel me. That's when you just lock in, you keep going, you keep pressing, and obviously like that's the biggest reason I believe in Christ and believe in God. That being said, this is Motion Capital, the podcast, bringing motion to you guys. The goal of the podcast is for you to have an avenue to learn about the different ways to make money, the different people in these different endeavors that there are to make money, and just to bring a more comfortable conversation to like anything like motion, slow motion, fast motion, anything happening in and out of life. Just a conversation, you know what I'm saying? I like talking to people. Everybody that knows me know I like talking. So like, that's just the podcast. So I always lead with this question. Obviously, we talked about, what's the head of our life and everything like that. But what does motion mean to you?
I would say motion to me is just being able to improve yourself in any type of way. Like you just said, there's slow motion, fast motion. I feel like kind of not even necessarily the improvement or of yourself, like physically or anything like that, but I feel like more the attempt and kind of the goal to improve yourself. Because I feel like even if you don't reach that goal, like I can say like basketball for an example, let's say I want to make this many shots one day, let's say I can't make this many shots the next day, but at the end of the day I can learn from that.
Right.
I'm getting better with my shot. Maybe I'm learning like what I need to do better next time. So I feel like you can have motion not just with like making money and like stuff like that, but I feel like you can have motion just off of just the learning through the process of trying to have motion.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a lot of discourse about like what motion is and how people approach it. I just feel like motion, for me, and I think the definition is it's constantly changing. I just think that, you know, motion to me one day could be whatever I'm dealing with in my life at that moment. You know, but 3 months later I can have some completely different motion, completely different tasks, endeavors, you name it, that I have to, you know, complete. And motion may look completely different in that area. And then obviously for me, like financials is, you know, is full of motion. You know what I'm saying? Being able to pull weight for yourself, for your family, whoever you fend it for, and you know, just being better than you was yesterday. That's just how I feel. As an athlete, you know what I'm saying, and you are in college, so it's, you know, it's a lot of stuff happening at one time. How do you stay encouraged, like when it comes to maybe you might have $20 this week, or you might have some money roll in, or you might not be able to do everything that everybody else is doing just because you got to focus, you got to lock in, you got to be more in tune with your body. Like, how do you stay encouraged like through this process?
I feel like I try to look at the big picture at the end of the day, like the main goal. I feel like that's probably the main thing, because I'm willing to make the sacrifices. I'm willing to kind of go through the process that it is to be a student athlete. Like, let's say I have $20 this week. Shoot, I might save it for the next week.
Right.
I might spend it, but the thing is, I feel like I always have like some sort of plan with what I do. I feel like I don't go into like any situation necessarily blind.
Right.
Like, even though I may not have a plan for what I'm about to do exactly, but I always have like I know what I'm gonna do if I decide to do something. I know what I'm gonna do if I don't decide to do something at the end of the day, which kind of keeps me.
So you saying just basically just having a plan, having a mentality on how you want things to go, how you want things to shake for you, is always gonna be the best thing to position you in the.
Yeah, I say like probably the best way to put it is kind of to stay consistent with like what you do, either your habits or even like your decision making. Stay consistent, because then you're gonna have a consistent response if you stay consistent with most of the things that you're doing in your life, I would say.
You see, this is why I like him, because he say the right stuff just in a different way, and he's so monotone to just be like, yeah, and I just be like, yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
So you feel me? Just like yeah, I get it. Like and you know, I always shed light on how I improve as I go, and this is a learning, you know, experience for me. I get to grow by talking to different people about different things. Actually taking the time to have a more like intentional conversation, and you know what I'm saying, foxhole, man, you know what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
Gotta have intentional people around you. So as far as what you want to do with hoops, you want to go as far as it takes you, like what are you majoring in, and like what's your plans after school?
Well, I'm a marketing major right now, and we'll see how long that lasts, honestly. But I mean, I enjoy it, and I think I can do a lot of things with that. But I'm hoping to hoop as long as I can. Like, I hope to hoop outside of college. That would be great.
Right.
And then whenever I'm done hooping, I'd say probably the dream job would be to be like I mean, we've talked about it off camera, how I do training like in the community. So I feel like a great job for me would be like a skills trainer, but within like either a pro or a college program, I feel like. So kind of be that coach that would, like, say, watch film of a certain player, and then next thing you know, we go to the gym, we work on this certain thing. I feel like that's something I can use. But also, I wouldn't mind going, like, using my marketing major to really start my own, like, training business. I feel like that's something I would definitely look forward into doing.
Pop quiz, who would you say I should watch film as far as my game and as far as like my strengths at the college level where I play right now?
I'd say Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday?
I say Drew Holiday. I feel like that's a good I'd say because you're a smaller guard and he's kind of a smaller guard in the league, but I feel like you can shoot it and you have skills with the ball, so I feel like that's probably a good guy to
model after.
Yeah, because the thing is that somebody like Patrick Beverly, he doesn't really have much of an offensive game. He can hit threes, but he doesn't have a ton of game. Obviously, if you're talking NBA players, they can do it all.
Yeah,
but he does. That's not really his role in the NBA.
The three people I think of is obviously you got Patrick Beverly, who's on the far end of all out hard work defenders, and then you got Drew Holiday, who in his best year he was an all-star. You know what I'm saying? Got a ring and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then you got somebody in the middle like Marcus Smart. You know what I'm saying? That plays that can run the offense, can shoot. In the shot clock. I just feel like trying to find common ground between those three because I do have a deeper bag than most people would give me, but since my brothers, they're scorers, like I always, defer and stuff like that, and then being in positions where I'm a two-sport athlete and I'm really focusing on football, I didn't really try to develop the skills until now, and now that I see I got a bag that I can really work, it's kind of like, do I focus on building the bag or do I focus on building the role, which I'm great in the role. You know what I'm saying? I'm awesome in the role. Yeah. But it's like if I want to go further, the bag work gotta come too. So.
Right. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, the NBA is filled with role players. I mean, almost I feel like everybody
is a role.
Yeah, everybody is a role player in some sort of form. Like even the star players, they're role players. Their role is to be the guy. Like Luka, his role is to be.
Don't bring that up.
That made me upset too. I'm not gonna lie.
I want the Timberwolves to win, girl.
Yeah, me too. I was upset. I'm not gonna throw shots at anybody.
Hey, it's year 6 though. Most times in year 6 is when, it's year 6 for Lucas. So most times year 6 in the league is when you touch that hardwood. You feel me?
Yeah, he deserves it. Yeah, he deserves it. I wouldn't be mad if he got it though, but I do want the Wolves to win at the end of the day.
I mess with him. Yeah. Cat is.
Anyway,
we come back. We'll talk that when I'm playing with the Wolves on 2K when I'm opening. All right. But so you do training and stuff like that. So how's that going for you so far? And I gotta give me a session schedule. So
yeah, bro, you folded on me a couple times, but it's good. I really enjoy it because I've been probably at it for the past year or two. I'd say 2 years with the training. That's it. About 2 years.
Like you training other people?
Yeah, I was so when I first started, my trainer is Xander Smart, committed to my craft, and I really started with just rebounding for him, and then just kind of helping out, just doing I'd run my own little sessions, not often. I would coach sometimes, but it's more of just me being an observer to begin. Eventually, I started to gain that trust from Xander. Started to run kind of take some people kind of outside, not some regulars, probably lower skilled kids, start working with them, got some good feedback with the workouts, and then eventually Xander started to gain, I started to gain his trust when it came to being able to handle a group. Plus sometimes he would be running a workout, I'd run a workout on the other side, and he's probably seen it, and he trusts what I know, what I can do. So, and then I think one part that really gained his trust is when Xander had a daughter last year. I think it was last February, and he was out of the warehouse which the warehouse is where we work out. He was out of the warehouse for about a month because he just had a kid. So he was kind of relying on me to kind of be the trainer. I would probably train 2-3 times a week, or 2-3 days a week. I would say probably run 2 workouts a day, and it was working out. People were coming in pretty consistently, so I did a pretty good job with that, I would say. So from now I'd say right now that I'm back in town, I run a workout or 2 workouts probably every week, if not more than that. So yeah, it's been good, and I really enjoy it.
That's good. Like I said, I gotta tap in. Sometimes it'd be like I've never been to the warehouse. I've never been, so
really?
You want to fill out, you want to see what it's like, the group of guys that gets around. At the end of the day, it's about getting better, and I feel like you contributing to other people getting better is motion. You feel me? That's real motion that pop up that some people may not see that be able to happen. when they look at you, you feel me, somebody from the city that just is tapped right in the right places, and you know, boom, right there, you already ahead of the curve when it comes to doing your thing after school, after your hoops. You know what I'm saying, and having that position for you to just, you know, roll with the punches right there. So, you know, with that being said, though, like, how do you? Because we about to just, you know, off topic now. Just about to roll with it. How is it managing a long distance relationship in college?
It's not easy, I'd say. It's definitely not easy, but it's doable. You just gotta really know that it's the right person to handle it with, I would say. That's probably the main thing. And also you gotta be willing to go through the tough stuff with that person. That's probably the main thing. That's probably the main thing. And then you gotta be able to communicate with that person. Those are probably the main three things I would say with handling that, which is doable if you're willing to make that sacrifice.
Right. Obviously, you're in a long distance relationship right now, or like it's not super
really
long, like, not because things have gotten better.
Yeah. It's actually closer now.
Yeah. So like,
it's 30 minutes.
But you rode with the good and the bad, like when it wasn't 30 minutes, you know, when it was a couple hours or whatever. So, but how would you say? Obviously, you're in one, so I wouldn't say like you would regret anything that you've done, but like, would you suggest it, or like, if you could go back and maybe rethink your decision that you made, like, or would you just say like go for it if you think it's the right person? Like,
yeah, I'd say go for it if it's the right person. I would say I don't regret it in any type of way. I think that's if it's the right person, then you might as well just do it. I mean, I've seen relationships across the country that have worked out before.
Yeah.
So it's like I think it's not impossible. It's definitely tougher.
I think y'all are the right people to do it.
Yeah,
in my opinion, y'all have the right. Y'all have the right personalities to get that done. Me, like, I just.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it's tough when there's not. I mean, you can't see that person and stuff like that when you want to. I'd say.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's part of it. It just makes it tough. So.
Man, so I've had discourse with Hassan, discourse with Jordan about high school and what could have been and things like that. And I just always say, like, and I think we've talked about it a little bit, but like, I just always say, bro, if I stayed at Fairmont, like me, Jaden, even if you say just me and Jaden, like we didn't even need Keon and Malachi to stay, but like even if they stayed, like I just think if Keon stayed and Tate, I feel like we would have had a state championship in football and basketball. That's just how I feel. Thoughts?
It wouldn't have been. That's not a bad take. I would say the only thing is we would have been more talented easily. The only thing is, like, I feel like what made us what we are is the fact that we had less. I feel like because we knew that we were all we had right there, so we had to figure it out. Yeah. Which I think that's kind of what made us kind of great. I would say. But I feel like, I mean, you don't have any type of attitude or anything like that. I'd say Jaden and those guys, they don't have any type of, like, I feel like you guys are unselfish. So I feel like you guys definitely could have made us a better team by far. We would have been a lot deeper too, because we probably only rolled like 7 deep, really. 7, 8, depending on the game. So that definitely would have made us a deeper team. But also, with the kind of counter that is that having you guys would also, let's say, probably prevented Caden Howard to emerge, probably maybe prevented Aiden to emerge as well, and just guys like that. But, I mean, everything happens for a reason. Definitely. But at the same time, I feel like we could have had kind of that extra edge possibly to get over that hump. The
reason why I say me and Jaden rather than Keon and Malachi, because they already had, like, me and Jaden weren't late bloomers or anything like that. We just didn't have the notability that they had. You know what I'm saying? As far as, like, Malachi was playing varsity sophomore year, Keon was playing varsity sophomore year. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had a jersey, but like I wasn't playing. Jaden wasn't playing varsity, so like I think that it's the attitude would have still been we all we got, because at the end of the day I'm not 6'5", Jaden's not 6'5". You just added 2 guards to the situation. Yep. But like you said, I think the biggest like downfall would have been the stunting the growth of the other guys. You know what I'm saying? That played a major role in y'all making that push to state. You know what I'm saying? It's always for my personal like thoughts. Like, man, like what if I stayed? You know what I'm saying? What if
Right.
I feel like I could have contributed to that, and possibly get in the ring. You know what I'm saying? In both sports. So that's always something that I think about. Like, obviously we way past high school now.
Right. Yeah. I really think I actually, because now if you look at like game by game, it's easy to look game by game, especially like that last one. We can. There's ways like you can look to where you and Jaden could have easily contributed, and we probably could have used another guy that can score like Jaden to either hit a big shot or just another ball handler. Someone like you that can consistently stay out there just to guard and just kind of be a disruptor. I feel like that we could have definitely used that, and another ball handler, because that was kind of an issue when Deshaun got in foul trouble. We kind of needed another ball handler because I can handle it, but I had so much attention that I couldn't always have.
So much responsibility too. I think you did a lot. I think you guarded. I mean, yeah, you had Aiden on the best player. I think start the game, but I think that you took a lot of load off the best like ball handler, the guy that's going like you wasn't guarding the guy in the corner. You know what I'm saying? So you was playing heavy minutes on offense, getting up a lot of shots. How many shots you averaged? Like 16?
Probably the 10 to 15, depending. It probably dropped a little bit throughout the tournament. That was also really when Aiden started to emerge and he started playing really well. Deshaun was also playing really well. So I didn't have to shoot as much, but also games like Sycamore and those I think Beaver Creek and Sycamore, I was also getting face guarded. So it was like I couldn't necessarily force the issue, and I trusted my teammates to be able to make the right play and make something happen without me having the ball.
Right.
So I was willing to take that sacrifice, but I would say probably 10 to 15 depending on the game.
So so this guy, this is a D1 athlete. Okay, this guy when he went to Wright State, first D1 hoops. You know what I'm saying? Now he goes to Findlay, of course. D2 hoops, still awesome feat to have. Talk to me a little bit about college and because I feel like we can share a lot of different. We got a lot of similarities in what we've done, like as far as like how just this past season went. So talk to me a little bit about like how's the game different from watching it from a D1 level and the high school level, and now you playing at D2, like, and how has that impacted you and your production?
I'd say the detail. I say defensively, I'd say like it's probably the main thing between like let's say high school to college in general. Like you can't in high school you can mess around and hide on defense and get away with it.
Yeah.
In college you can't because it takes all 5 people to really guard in college. I would say the D1 level. I would say the guards really aren't really different. I would say the biggest thing is probably like size, strength, and just athleticism, especially with like bigs. But I feel like there's a lot of guys in our conference that either just transferred to D1 or transferred down to our conference from a D1, including myself. There's a couple others as well in our conference. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so there's a lot
Corey's.
Exactly. So it's just like there's a lot of people, like even not even just basketball. There's a ton of people from the Tiffin that played D1 that dropped down to Tiffin, and Tiffin was one of the best teams in the country this past season. So
So bro, I don't know if I told you, but football, bro, just can't, like, you feel me? I'm 18 for football season. Like, I'm going to Tiffin. Right? I went to for y'all that know, I went to college for football first, and I went to Tiffin, and Tiffin and Philly is rivals. Man, I'll tell you, bro, first day at camp, bro, I'm 18. I'm third string free safety, right? The dudes in front of me, you have a 24-year-old dude who transferred down from Michigan State, and you got a 25-year-old dude who went to like Alabama A&M. Like two D1s. They not just D1 athletes. They 6 and 7 years older than you. Like, and it's just like a whole different thing. Like when it comes to college, and like you really got real men. Like,
oh yeah, it's a difference, bro. Especially today's day and age after COVID. You gotta mess around and have 5th, 6th, 7th year seniors. I'm like, bro.
Dude was chaperoned at my prom.
That's exactly. Like, dude could be your teacher, right?
Right, basically. Man, so, but yeah, so how the season go for you though, as far as like, how you think you did and where you think you can improve on? And
I definitely think, I personally feel like I underperformed, but maybe my coaches probably wouldn't say that. but I feel like me personally, with the expectation I had on myself and also kind of my circle, I didn't feel like I played how I should. I feel like there was a couple factors with it. I dealt with injuries probably for the first time in my whole basketball career. I hurt my knee in the summer, which resulted in me missing 3 months of summer work.
Right.
And then December of the season, I sprained my ankle really bad, and it was a pretty major sprain. Like I had to wear a boot for a couple of days. I really couldn't walk on it, but I feel like I needed to find a way to contribute to my team, and they kind of needed me to play. So I ended up coming back pretty soon, maybe a little too soon, but I don't really regret it because I feel like I was able to help us out. So that also affected me. But eventually, once I got semi-healthy again, I started to play a lot better. But one thing that I feel like really affected my season to why I didn't think I played as good as I could is because I couldn't really hit shots. Part of it, I'd say, was the injury, because I missed from mid-June to basically October, I really started getting back in October. So that's 3 months of really getting like real reps.
Right.
Me shooting form shots isn't the same
Right,
as
right.
shooting jumpers and stuff like that. So that affected me. I feel like that also mentally affected me as well when it came to, because I think when I came back, I couldn't really shoot like I wanted to.
You didn't have to lift or anything like that.
Exactly. So that probably mentally affected me. Went into a little slump. Next thing you know, when I'm feeling okay, I'm still a little bit in that slump, sprain my ankle.
Yeah.
Now I can't do anything. Now I can't shoot, like at all. I can't get off the ground. And eventually, once I started to get my lift back, I started hitting shots again. And then, but yeah, I'd say that was probably the biggest issue, because I feel like me hitting jumpers is probably one of my biggest weapons, I would say, because I feel like I have pretty deep range, and that's kind of what me being able to use my range, but also kind of my quickness and athleticism.
It just opens the game.
Opens the whole game up for me. That's kind of what my game is based off of. I'm more of a shoot first guy, I would say, or I base my game off of being able to get people to respect my jumper, and then I'll drive off of it, I would say.
Yeah.
But when people don't respect my jumper, then I'm driving dudes and guarding me 3-4 steps back, and I mentally I'm gonna shoot it, but I don't even think I'm gonna hit it.
Right.
Then it just affects my whole game at the end of the day.
So how do you?
But yeah.
How do you see your role / game evolving for next year? Like, how do you see? Like, obviously you got guys going in, coming out. Like, how do you feel? You feel like you're gonna get more shots up this year? Like, you think that? I mean, obviously you playing another, being with those guys and having that continuity. Like, how do you feel like your game is about to evolve?
I feel like it's gonna be. I feel like I'll have more of the season as I was expecting to have, I would say, if not more than that, because especially right now, I've been in the lab, I've been working. I feel pretty confident on how my game is. I feel confident with my jumper, and I feel like just my mindset is gonna be more of just go and take it type of mentality. No regrets, just play, have fun, but don't really care like what other people say. Just play my game, have fun. I feel like, which will definitely allow me to play a lot better and play with just like carefree basketball, I would say. So I feel like the main thing to keep it simple is I'm gonna be way more aggressive, offensively, but also to where just be a lot more durable, to where I don't have to where I can be on the court for 30 some minutes and be fine, which I feel like that's something that I feel like I take pride in, is be reliable, be on the court for a really long time. And I feel like that's something that I really want to do next year. So
you got Makai coming in. How do you? Obviously he's from our city. Did you ever get to play him?
I never played him in a high school game, but me and him would always be at like the open gyms and like stuff like that.
Right.
So me and him have competed a number of times.
You talking about Finley Open Gyms or?
Not Finley Open Gyms. Just like, United through hoops and all that type of stuff. Yeah. Just normal invite only type of open gyms.
Right.
Just good players in the area would come through. So
how do you feel like what do you feel about him? Like, actually being able to be his teammate, and what do you think he could bring to y'all team, and how you think he'll basically make you better, as a teammate, as a player, playing with him? Like, what do you think?
I think that he's definitely going to be a big help for us, for sure. because I feel like we could use like a good playmaker, and I feel like he does that. I feel like his offensive game is really like I feel like he can do it all. Just off of what I've seen him in college, but also in high school, he's always been like a really high level scorer, but also like an efficient scorer. Like he's not the type of guy that's gonna take wild shots. I feel like he always gets to his spot. He always takes the shots that he wants.
Right.
So I feel like that's something that he can really do. Plus, he's another ball handler. He and just a high level competitor at the end of the day. And I feel like that's somebody that we can really use, but also some experience. I mean, he's played 2 years of college ball.
Right.
We really don't have an experienced team. And
Yeah, how many seniors you have?
We had like 4 or 5, I think, if I remember right. But we're not gonna have any true seniors on our team next year. Like we'll have a redshirt junior, but we won't have any seniors on the team at all. So, and he'll be a true junior, but I think him having some experience will really help us out.
He'll be playing too.
Probably we really don't know yet. Me and him will probably rotate, so me and him will probably be on the floor at the same time a lot. We'll probably be like a 1-2, depending on what the coaches want to do. Like, I mean, I trust him running the 1. I mean, I trust myself also to run the 1. So I really don't. I really doesn't matter to me. Whatever they think is best, I'm cool with. But yeah.
So we got 2 different segments to really close the podcast out. One, we're gonna do an all-time starting 5 in the city.
Let's see, okay.
Excluding yourself. Don't include yourself in it. And then an all-time starting 5, like NBA hoops wise.
Okay.
So, but it's a draft. We're gonna do a draft way. So you pick, I pick. You feel me, like that. But I'm gonna let you have. I'm gonna let you. Which one do you want to pick first? You want to pick NBA or you want to pick the city first?
Let's go to the city.
All
All right,
right,
let's go to the city.
You go first.
I've actually been thinking about this a lot because I seen the podcast with you and Noah.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I don't know about these picks. You know?
Mine or his? Both.
Both. I wasn't sure. So
all right, you go ahead. Go first.
does it matter what position, or should we go position by?
You want to win. So I mean, but at the end of the day, like, make it realistic. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we don't have too many 7-footers.
I'm gonna go more based off of who I've probably seen or have played against. I would say that'd probably be the best way for me to go.
Yeah,
I don't want to pull. Rest in peace to him. I don't want to pull Adrian Payne.
Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah,
because that's just kind of because I've never seen him play before, but I know he's from the area.
My coach at Belmont was his coach.
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of. You feel me? I didn't been to his camps and stuff like that. But,
yeah.
So, but yeah, you go ahead. You go ahead and start us off.
First pick, I'm gonna steal it. Trotwood legend, Amari Davis.
Okay. Amari. All right, my first pick. I'm gonna go Xenia Buccaneer. Samari Curtis.
Samari Curtis. Okay. Let me go. It's a tough one now. So who have I seen? Who have I played against? I think. Let me go with I don't know, because is it really fair? Cause I was gonna pick maybe like a Keva Jai or something like that for the center. But the thing is, he really just. But he was a good player in high school. But he was only a sophomore. But then he ended up leaving to go to.
You can pick Keva. Where's he at now? Penn State still?
I think he's at Notre Dame.
Okay.
So I'll go with let me go with Keva.
Is Moster where he was at?
I believe so. I think he's at SMU.
He was at Eastern Michigan.
I think he's at SMU now, I believe.
And you say go Keva?
Yeah, I'll go Keva for my 5.
Okay, at the 5, I'm gonna go. Who do I want at my 5? I'm gonna go Sean Phillips, my 5.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna go Sean.
That's a good pick.
I wish he stayed at Belmont. That's what I had, bro. I'm gonna go Sean though.
That's a good pick.
That's a real footer too. He like 7'1".
He's actually 7 foot. That's for real. Like that's actually 7. But that's not even like a crazy pick.
Yeah,
he was around when we were around too.
Yeah,
so it's like that's not even.
Bro, we literally went to Belmont. We thought we was playing with bro.
Yeah.
And he went to go play with Monty Bates.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's facts. I don't know if would it be like. I don't want to go too far back.
Pick
like,
your team of who you seen play.
Okay, so never mind. I'm not gonna. Cause I was thinking about a Travis Trice or a Dimitri Trice, but I never really seen him play.
Go ahead.
But but that's different because that's more because I know him now. I didn't know him back then, like when they're in high school.
I seen them play high school, so you definitely will have the opportunity to see them play. If you ever went to a Fairmont game, and you definitely could have seen Dimitri. I don't know about Trav, but you could pick Dimitri if you want. We leave Trav out of there.
Really Trav out of there.
All right,
Yeah, I'll go with Meech. I'll go Meech for my point guard.
I'm gonna go Darius Quisenberry.
Yeah, Darius is tough. But to keep it clear, by the way, a lot of these guys, so Darius and Meech, I worked out with both. They work out with Xander, my trainer. So yeah, I'm cool with both of them. I have a lot of love.
He's
for both
committed
of
to
them.
his craft.
Yeah, but I don't rock with the Wayne boys like that. Keep that clear. I'm not. No, I ain't rocking with Wayne. I like the guys that Wayne specifically. I like Coach Nate. I like all those guys. I like Coach Trav, but Wayne itself, nah. But
Laurent, you and Laurent was going crazy that one game.
Yeah, I thought about picking Laurent.
I think I picked him in my last one. I try to throw different names because y'all don't be knowing, bro. I gotta put y'all on game. Like,
bro.
Do your homework on DQ.
Oh yeah, he was a monster.
Yeah.
I don't have a 3. I don't have a 3 yet. I don't want to be like too, because I was thinking about picking some Fairmont guys, but
Pick a Fairmont guy. Come on, you gotta show some love, bro. Like he need to win. He trying to. You feel me? Come on now.
Let me put Ryan Hall at my. I'll keep Amari at my 2. I'll put Ryan Hall at my 3 just because he's 6'5". So I'll put Ryan Hall at my 3. Yeah, I'll put Ryan Hall at my 3.
I'm gonna go Caleb McConnell at the 3. Did you see him when he played here?
I think so.
When he was at he went to Trotwood. He was at Dunbar.
Yeah.
Then he went to Spire.
Yeah.
And then Rutgers.
Yeah, Rutgers. I seen him play at Rutgers a lot. He was good at Rutgers.
DPOI, Big Ten. That's
that's
big,
tough.
bro.
Yeah,
that's
bro.
turn.
Oh yeah.
Y'all don't know, bro. I put y'all on game right now.
That's what I'm saying. See, y'all last week, or not last week, the one with Noah, y'all were picking a bunch of Fairmont guys. Like, no offense to the Fairmont guys, but like, you can't put Jameson at your 4. Jameson is 6'3". Like, it's not gonna work.
Oh god.
Nothing against Jameson. I love Jameson, but you can't put him at the 3. You're at the 4. Jamo is gonna be like Jamo can play like the 2.
Just chill.
Unless he, unless according to himself, Jameson's a 5. So you can ask him on that.
Big shorts. Big shorts. All right, who your 4 though? You got a power forward.
My 4. Could go with Rich. We go with Rich.
I'm gonna go Jacob at the 4.
Jacob.
He gonna get shots.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with Rich at the 4 because I know he's like a legit true like the 3-4.
He's still at his same spot though, right?
Yeah.
And Tom still at.
Not Tom just committed to Furman. He was at Florida State, but he just went to Furman.
He'll get more. He'll
get more of a chance there.
Yeah. I think I'm winning. I think my lineup wins this.
Well, let's go matchup by matchup. You
got DQ and Dimitri. I'm gonna say I think it's a wash, but I think Dimitri is a slightly.
It's hard because Darius might have been a better high school point guard, but Meech went to. But they're both pros though too. But Meech also went to Wisconsin.
A bigger school,
He went to a bigger school.
Yeah, because DQ he went to Youngstown State,
and
then he went to Fordham.
Yeah, exactly. So
like,
we can even
call it a wash. Okay, now you got Amari and Samori.
That's even too, Dave.
That's a wash. That's a wash too. Is Samori even playing college hoops right now?
He was at Bowling Green last time I remember. But I don't even know anymore.
You know, Ed just transferred.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look up some more. So we'll call that a wash. Did Amari go to UT? D2? UT?
Yep.
Why?
He well, it was a tough situation at Wright State, I would say, and I don't really know what his situation recruiting wise was.
Right.
But I don't doubt that he probably wanted to go somewhere nice because I know UT is a nice campus.
It is definitely.
So I wouldn't doubt that he wanted to just kind of go out like a nice school. Plus D2, you can really like kill there, especially him being such a high scorer in D1. You can go with D2 and really kill. So
is he? Well,
I don't know what he's doing. His eligibility's up now, so I really don't know what he's doing. I haven't talked to him in a little bit, so I'm not really sure what his plan is, but.
All right, so at the 3, I had Caleb and you had Ryan.
I'll give Caleb that one. Nothing against Ryan. I mean, but they're both.
I just think it's insane. But so yeah, we had a little technical difficulties, but we diving right back into comparing this. So we'll compare our lists. So at point guard, you had
Music Trice,
and I had Darius Quisenberry, and we say we're gonna call that a wash, right?
Yeah, because Meach he won a state championship, but I mean Darius, I think he probably put up better numbers.
Yeah.
Cause I mean the thing is though, Meach
even
probably
in
had
college, too.
yeah exactly. I'd say so. So I mean yeah, we can. That's pretty even. I'd say, at least if we're going off high school. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, if we're going off high school, we're gonna call it a wash. Okay.
Yeah.
Samari and Amari. I think Samari put up better numbers, but
Amari also won a state title. So it's like, but let's not ignore Amari also put up like 30 a game.
Yeah.
But Samari also put up like 35.
Mr. High on me.
So it's like,
so I mean, it seemed like your guys got a couple state rings. My guys put up some numbers.
Yeah, exactly. But hey, let's not ignore my freshman year of high school. We played Samari, held them to a season low. I wasn't out there much because I played varsity as a freshman. That was a game so my playing time was like up and down, depending. This was kind of the point to where I wasn't playing a ton, but I think I got out there for like 5 minutes or whatever. I was out there. I'm gonna take some credit.
Right.
I think we held him to 17 when he was averaging like 35 a game.
Yeah. Season low 17 points.
Which is insane. But 17, that's still a lot. That's a lot for that to be a bad game for you. That's not
right.
But,
and so at the 3, you went Ryan Hall. You really should have went Kellen for your team, but
he would have helped my team but I'm also looking at Ryan as like, cause Ryan was still the player of the year in the conference at the time.
Right.
When the GWAC was like 4 different conferences, whatever. Yeah. He won his conference or whatever. So
right.
Accomplishments wise, I would give it to Ryan, even though Kellen was still great for our team.
Is he still hooping?
I don't know if Kellen's still hooping. Because Kellen, I don't know. I know that he was at Bentley, and I think he may have played his last year, this past year. He may have took his COVID year and played, I believe.
But he was a senior our freshman year, right?
Yeah.
So he still has a year.
He would? No.
No,
because I was a redshirt freshman this year, so that would have been my second year of college.
Right.
So he would have, yeah, unless he redshirted or something. But I don't think he did.
Right. What was I about to say? So I had Caleb though. McConnell. Are we?
I don't know because you're more. I'm not as familiar with what he did in high school.
I mean, obviously he took off when he went to Spire. So I mean, that's that. I mean. He went to Spire, but I'm not gonna sit up here and say Ryan couldn't have went to Spire. You know what I'm saying? If he had the opportunities there, I mean he's a 6'4", 6'5" guard. Like Spire's like.
He went to Rutgers. I mean, I might have to give you the edge.
Yeah, because he went to Rutgers. Okay, And Ryan with JUCO.
Yeah, listen, Ryan's killing it at Southern Indiana though. Let's not.
Yeah, let's
not act like he's a bum.
Yeah,
he's definitely like that.
Yeah, we go give the Caleb. So now we got Jacob and Rich.
That's tough too, bro, because both are dogs in their own right. Rich state champion though.
Rich is a state champion. You know what? I'd give it to Rich because he's a state champion.
Okay.
Because I think that obviously Marshall I think would be a bigger school as far as market wise when it comes to hoops, but Rich still goes to a good Division I school.
Yeah, they're in the American Conference. They're in the same conference as like Memphis and all them.
Yeah.
So they're good.
But Jacob just transferred to UD.
So. Yes, that's pretty high.
Oh, he just committed.
Like not too long ago, a couple weeks ago.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Hometown hero.
That's insane. Did somebody else come at the UD too?
Not from Dayton. They just got Posh Alexander though.
Okay.
The guard. They got Zach Key from Ohio State.
Ooh, him and.
I don't know if Deron is staying though, dude. So I don't know if he's staying. I'm assuming he's going to the draft. That's my guess.
He should.
He probably should. I mean, he's played 3 great years. He won Player of the Year 2 times in a row, right? In the A-10. Something.
Right.
It probably makes sense for him to leave.
And then at the 5,
it was Sean and
Kemba.
Keva. They both play Power 5 ball though. It's kind of
They do.
and they're both good in their own right at what they're both starting centers, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're both good players too. I don't know.
I think they're the same player, but Sean is just
Sean is
3 inches
more-
taller.
Yeah, exactly. But I
Because
think
Keva's what,
I think-
6'9"?
Yeah, but I think Kevin might be a little bit more skilled.
Skilled, yeah.
But Sean's also more athletic, strong, probably stronger. Is this even 2? I said the whole team. I think the whole team be even.
If they're even, then you win because Rich.
No, but I gave you Caleb.
We're going off high school though, right?
Yeah, I gave you Caleb, and
Right,
I got Rich, so it'd be.
We picked some pretty good teams.
Okay, yeah,
we picked some pretty good teams.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, we gonna I'm gonna throw a little nugget in there too, but we gonna go NBA now.
NBA, all time.
Yeah,
It's a draft.
yeah.
Let me get MJ. Just
You
right off the
gonna
bat.
get MJ?
Yep.
I'm gonna go.
You don't gotta go same position. Like, if you want to get LeBron, go ahead and get LeBron. Because if you don't get LeBron, I'm getting LeBron.
So I'm gonna go LeBron.
I'm gonna say yeah. I'm just making it clear now.
I'm gonna go Bron then. I'm gonna
Okay,
go Bron.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
left me no choice.
Okay.
Who said you was going first? Go ahead though. You got it.
Who's next? All time though. I don't know. I'm thinking of getting the center. I'm thinking about getting like Kareem, but I'm very tempted to just get Shaq. Because it's Shaq.
Pick your poison, man. I know who I'm getting next.
Let me get Shaq, just because Shaq, he's dominant. I feel like he's going to put Kareem in the rim.
I'm gonna go Steph.
Steph, okay. Let me get Magic then.
I got KD.
KD. Ooh, KD and Bron. Dang, that's what I was going to go with. I guess I'll get Larry Bird, I guess.
T-Mac.
T-Mac?
A 2.
That's a tough 2. Let me get, I already got MJ though. So I got Magic, MJ. What did I just get?
Larry Bird.
Larry Bird.
And you got Shaq.
Let me get Tim Duncan.
All right, I'm gonna go Hakeem. Elijah.
Is that 5?
Yeah.
What's your 5 again?
Steph, T-Mac, Bron, KD, Hakeem.
Okay. So mine is Magic, MJ, Larry Bird, Tim Duncan, Shaq. All right, let's go. So matchup by matchup.
So you running Magic at the 1, right?
Yeah. I'll probably have to give it to Steph, though, I'm not gonna lie.
So
it's like right there.
So
but
you think Steph's the greatest point guard?
low key. I mean, you got 4. I mean, Magic has 5 rings, I think, but
Yeah.
Steph has 4. But Steph's impact in the game is crazy.
Yeah.
Steph has played he's played longer. I'm pretty sure than Magic.
He did. Magic played 12 seasons.
Yeah, Steph's played longer.
We'll give you Michael.
Okay.
I got Bron.
Yeah, you got Bron. Who's your 4?
KD will be my 4. Actually,
Tim Duncan.
KD my 3.
Bron's your 4?
Yeah.
Wow. So you just switched to Magic. Wow.
I mean,
Larry Bird,
I'm giving KD that. obviously.
Okay.
I'm giving that
I'm trying
to KD.
to sneak in
He's
some
the
Larry
best.
Bird, you feel me? Clowns.
Crazy part is it's a podcast, so we can be a little bit semi-controversial. I love how Larry Bird is like every white person's favorite player. It's so
God.
crazy. That is so crazy.
I don't like how people compare Luka to Larry Bird. Like, they play nothing alike.
No,
like,
I mean,
at all.
they're both really skilled and they're tall, but
And they're white.
Yeah, and they're white. But I wouldn't say
Right, you talking about skilled and tall.
But yeah, sneaky athletic.
Sneaky.
No, you don't have to be saying it. Sneaky athletic, bring your lunch pail type of guy.
Right.
Whatever they be saying.
Bring your
But-
dog to the dog fight. basically.
Exactly, but
And then at the forward, you got Timmy D.
Timmy D.
He's the greatest power forward ever, but like LeBron, to me, he's the
still-
greatest player.
Yeah, you got that. And then the 5, Shaq and Hakeem.
You got Shaq.
Okay.
You got Shaq for sure. So I got Bron, KD, and Steph. So I win. All I do is win, bro. Y'all know what they said. You feel me? L's. Now,
Crazy.
the nugget I was talking about. 1v1, me and you, who you got?
Myself. Easily.
Game to 11. What score?
11-3.
3.
I'll give you 3.
You give me 3.
Yeah.
You gonna give me 3 points?
You'll score 3 points.
Bro, if you thinking that, bro, it's gonna be a tough 11. You're gonna be in him. Like,
Yeah, but the thing is, you forget I can play defense too.
I'm not forgetting.
I can guard too, so it's not just you.
I mean, I shot 37% from 3 this year.
Yeah, but still, it's 1-on-1. I'm not just gonna let you just shoot.
Where you forcing me left or right?
Of course, you left, but I think
You know
I'm
my midi-
not just gonna give you your left hand. I'm gonna make you. But the thing is, I'm gonna shade you to your left.
Okay, you gonna shave me to the left.
But the thing is, if you get to your midi, I'm gonna contest the midi, and then if you make it or miss it, I'll live.
But the midi is gonna fall at some point.
Yeah, but the thing is, I feel like you got to give something up.
But 3 points is insane. 3 points is insane. I would give you the win, but now I don't want to give it to you no more because 3 points is insane. I was thinking more like, you feel me? I got 11, you got 4.
You just flipped the score. You just okay.
That just I think that makes the most sense in my opinion.
You don't even believe that.
I just think in all honesty, I feel like if we played like a 7-game 1-on-1 series, I think it would go 6.
4-2 me.
Yeah, I think it would go 6.
I'll give it up.
I think that your offensive bag is, it's better. You play at a higher level. You've been playing basketball on a consistently more focused level longer than me, and you more offensively gifted than me. But defensively though, I'm gonna put you in hell. Like you're gonna be in like
You be fouling.
you're gonna be in a straight jacket. Like
You be fouling. You one of the fouls.
Man, I don't foul, bruh. I play physical.
This man got me scared. We were playing at the park like a couple weeks ago. This man got me scared for my life. I'm afraid that I'm messing up. Afraid I'm gonna get hurt.
Hey man, listen.
I'm out here I'm calling ball screens at the park because I don't want this dude guarding me.
When we play 1v1, bro, he be in the insane asylum. He be locked up, bro, going through it. But yeah, definitely. I'm gonna definitely be tapping in with y'all on the workout.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Last thing before we roll it out though, like, is there any questions you got for me, like as far as just anything?
I'd say what's kind of the biggest thing that you've like taken away, just not from me necessarily, but kind of just the people that you've interviewed. I would say, like, what's kind of like maybe the most consistent thing that you've kind of heard from people, or like the biggest like nugget you've probably taken from like.
I feel like the biggest thing that I've taken away from it is never limiting your perspective to your own experiences.
Yeah.
I think that's just the biggest thing. Like, I don't even think it's necessarily something that somebody's told me, because I feel like I always am open to learning, open to new things, even when people don't think I am, just because I use my words a lot and I'm very articulate. But I think the biggest thing is just like understanding that there's different ways to think. There's different perspectives out there. Everybody has their own life. I'm not the main character. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, the world does not revolve around me at all. You got so many different personalities. You got so many different things that people are doing in this world, and it's just so much, to look forward to really grasp and understand. I think the biggest thing that I've learned throughout this whole podcast and journey is to just stay true to yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? If nobody gonna do it for you, and everybody that came on has had their own stories about what they plan on doing and how they're gonna get there. And I think, like, when you got a plan, like, nobody's stopping your plan but you. Right. So yeah, that's what I say. But with that being said, though, this is Motion Capital, bringing motion to you. I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. I always enjoy episodes like this because it's really like a sit down. We just talk like how we usually talk. Like, I'm about to play him in 2K, whoop on him a little bit. We talk about the same stuff, you know what I'm saying? But you guys got to see this conversation today. You know what I'm saying? He don't think he about to get whooped. I'm
not the same guy.
You put money on it?
I can't. I'm a college athlete. I can't do that. See, I can't do that.
But yeah, like, hope y'all comment, like, and subscribe. Go follow Ant. It's literally Doto John. I know.
Shout out to Desad for that.
It was Anthony Johnson.
It's on Instagram. It's ant.johnson10. So add me on that.
Yeah, follow him. Go blow himself up. Blow himself up.
Pause.
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 We gonna cut it right there. I'm gonna see y'all in the next episode. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. And this is Jalen Razor bringing motion to you.